The Bold and the Beautiful removes Matthew Atkinson and Joshua Hoffman from opening credits. Thomas and RJ get the boot. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that the show featured some exciting additions, along with some glaring cuts in the new version of the opening credits, which debuted on December 30. Fans couldn't help but notice that Matthew Atkinson, Thomas Forrester, and Joshua Hoffman, RG Forrester, had been removed. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that Thomas and RG are done airing for good. That said, it does send a clear message about RG and Thomas no longer being characters of real importance. B&B obviously doesn't have any big plans for Thomas and RG moving forward, so they were given the boot from the opening credit sequence. That made room for Linnea Grace, Electra Forrester, to get included through some dazzling new picks. We also spotted some fresh Tanner Novlin, John Finnegan photos, including one of handsome Finn in doctor mode. It always gets viewers' attention when the latest opening credits are unveiled, especially when it comes to characters who aren't featured anymore. Thomas fans have been riled up on social media since they were hoping Matthew Atkinson might return and get some airtime. Unfortunately, B&B shoved Atkinson right out of the opening sequence instead. That doesn't bode well for Atkinson's future as Thomas, but we'll be sure to give you updates on any official comings and goings news. As for Joshua Hoffman's removal, it doesn't seem like that's brought as much outrage. RG hasn't been involved in a major storyline since Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, landed in jail, but he hasn't been missed all that much. Luna and RG were once a sweet couple to cheer on, at least until Luna went off the rails. Now Electra and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, have taken over as B&B's cute duo to root for. It's a little surprising that the show didn't throw RG into the latest Logan and Forrester drama, since he's a member of both families. However, RG hasn't been a huge hit with viewers, so it's not exactly provoking fan fury now that he's gone. The glitz and glamour of The Bold and the Beautiful have always hinged on the ever-changing dynamics of its star-studded cast. But this week, the soap opera world was rocked when fans noticed that Matthew Atkinson, Thomas Forrester, and Joshua Hoffman, RG Forrester, had been quietly removed from the iconic opening credits. The decision sent ripples through the fandom, sparking speculation about the future of these beloved characters. Thomas Forrester has long been a lightning rod for drama on the show. Portrayed by Matthew Atkinson since 2019, the character has been at the center of countless storylines, from his obsessive love for Hope Logan to his battles with his father, Ridge. Atkinson's nuanced portrayal of Thomas transformed him from a mere antagonist to a deeply complex figure, someone viewers could root for, even as they questioned his motives. Yet, as the opening credits rolled this week, fans noticed Thomas was conspicuously absent. Similarly, RG Forrester, Ridge and Brooke's youngest son, has always been a symbol of innocence amid the show's high-stakes drama. Joshua Hoffman's recent portrayal of RG brought fresh energy to the character, reintroducing him as a young adult navigating the treacherous waters of family loyalty and corporate intrigue. His return to the canvas had been met with enthusiasm, as fans looked forward to seeing how RG would assert himself in the tangled legacy of the Forrester family. However, his removal from the credits suggests a sudden change of plans. For a show that thrives on continuity and legacy, removing two Forrester hairs from the opening credits feels like a seismic shift. It raises a crucial question. What does this mean for The Bold and the Beautiful moving forward? Behind the curtain production decisions. While the exact reasons for Atkinson and Hoffman's removal remain shrouded in mystery, industry insiders have offered a few possible explanations. One theory is that budget constraints have forced the show to streamline its cast. With an ensemble as large and iconic as The Bold and the Beautifuls, tough decisions often need to be made to balance the books. Another possibility is that the writers are shifting focus to other storylines, potentially sidelining Thomas and RJ in favor of characters like Liam Spencer, Hope Logan, or even newcomers who could shake up the status quo. There's also the chance that this change signals the beginning of a temporary exit rather than a permanent one. Soap operas are notorious for their twists and turns, and it's not uncommon for characters to be written out for a while, only to make a dramatic return later. Could Thomas and RJ's absence from the credits hint at upcoming story arcs that will explain their disappearance? Fan reactions, shock, and speculation. The fan response has been a mix of shock, sadness, and speculation. Social media lit up as soon as the new credits aired, with viewers expressing their disappointment and curiosity. "How can you remove Thomas?" one fan tweeted. "He's been carrying the show for years." Another added, "RJ just came back, and now he's gone? What's going on behind the scenes?" Some fans have theorized that Thomas's recent redemption arc may have reached its conclusion, leaving little room for further development. Others argue that RJ's storyline never got the chance to fully take off, and his removal feels premature. Amid the speculation, there's an undercurrent of hope that this change is temporary, a strategic move rather than a final farewell. What this means for the Forresters. The Forrester family has been the heart of The Bold and the Beautiful since its inception. Thomas and RJ's removal from the credits could signal a broader shift in how the show approaches its central family. Will the focus shift entirely to Ridge, Brooke, and their older children, like Steffi and Hope? Or is this an opportunity to introduce fresh faces into the Forrester fold, potentially shaking up the family dynamic? For Thomas, his absence raises intriguing possibilities. Could the character be written out to allow Atkinson a well-deserved break, only to return later with a renewed sense of purpose? Or might this pave the way for a dramatic exit storyline, perhaps a self-imposed exile after yet another family fallout? RJ's removal is equally puzzling. As the youngest Forrester, his character has often been underutilized. However, Hoffman's portrayal suggested untapped potential, especially in exploring RJ's relationship with his siblings and his role within Forrester Creations. If RJ's exit is indeed temporary, it could set the stage for a powerful comeback that allows him to finally step out of his parents' shadows. The future of The Bold and the Beautiful. Change is the only constant in the world of soap operas, and The Bold and the Beautiful is no exception. The removal of Matthew Atkinson and Joshua Hoffman from the opening credits is undoubtedly a significant shift, but it's not without precedent. Over the years, countless characters have come and gone, often returning at the most unexpected moments. This change could also signal a broader evolution in the show's storytelling. By sidelining Thomas and RJ, the writers may be making room for new characters and fresh plot lines that will reinvigorate the series. Alternatively, this could be a calculated move to build anticipation for their eventual return, creating the kind of buzz that keeps viewers tuning in. Whatever the reasoning behind this decision, one thing is clear: the drama isn't confined to the screen. The world of The Bold and the Beautiful continues to captivate audiences, both through its on-screen storylines and the real-life intrigue surrounding its cast and production choices. A final word. As fans grapple with the sudden removal of Thomas and RJ from the opening credits, the soap opera's enduring appeal lies in its ability to keep viewers guessing. Whether this marks the end of an era or the beginning of a new chapter, The Bold and the Beautiful remains true to its name. Bold in its choices and beautiful in its execution. Only time will tell what lies ahead for these characters and the actors who brought them to life. But one thing is certain: the story is far from over.